Good morning, Ricardo here. Let's talk about signs. You know, the problem with signs is if you're not looking for them, you're not going to see them. 3 or 4 years ago, Debbie Sue and her mother and I went on a road trip across the United States. We started here in Marshall, Texas, and we went up through Arkansas and Kentucky and Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, New York, Canada, and we ended up at Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. And we spent 3 days there, 3 or 4 days there looking at Niagara Falls, and it was amazing. And then we went on to Vermont. Our daughters flew up from here and met us at Niagara Falls and stayed there with us, and then they rented a van, and then we drove on to Vermont and ended up in Maine, Portland, Maine, and ate some lobster up there. And then we came down the East Coast to New York City. We arrived in New York City at 5 o'clock one Friday afternoon. I did that on purpose, and it was really cool. And then Philadelphia, and on back down through Virginia, Alabama, and back home here. 4,000-mile road trip. Now, we didn't have any problem, and we traveled almost the whole way on the interstate, and all we had to do was watch the signs. You're watching for the signs, and you see a sign and it says go this way, and you go that way, and you don't have any trouble. Well, Jesus told us numerous times in the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, he told us many times to watch. Watch for what? Watch for the signs. He said there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. And I've talked about those. We won't go into the detail of the signs, but this is just talking about watching the signs. LaWanda made a Facebook post this morning about the largest ever storm in India and Bangladesh ever recorded. Jesus said in Luke 21, the sea and the waves roaring. Well, they're roaring more than they've ever roared. That's a sign. He talks about the nations being perplexed. Well, every nation on planet Earth is perplexed today. You can't really understand what's going on. What is all this COVID-19 stuff? But so what? A flu virus. There's perplexity. And Jesus said there would be perplexity. That's a sign. That's a sign that we can see and we go, okay. Now, I'm on this 4,000-mile road trip. If I'm not looking for my sign, I'm going to miss my exit. You all know that. It's very simple. You're making a road trip to somewhere you've never been before. You must be watching the signs, or you're going to miss your exit. There is going to be a major exit here soon. I don't know if it's tomorrow, next week, next month, before the end of the year. I don't know that, but it looks like it can be real soon. If I'm not looking for that exit, if I'm not looking for that sign, I'm going to miss my exit. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of people. Jesus said that he was coming for people that are watching. Luke 21, watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape, to exit. Exit stage right. The things that are coming to pass, they're coming to pass in front of our very eyes, and stand before the Son of Man. Why are we going to stand before the Son of Man? Well, when you marry somebody, you stand before them, and that's what we're going to do. So we're supposed to be watching for these signs. And the signs have been everywhere. But if you're not watching, you're going to miss the sign, and therefore you're going to miss your exit. Please don't miss your exit. There's only one exit, and it is called the escape exit. And that's Jesus transforming his bride, the church, that's watching and praying and accounted worthy. It's all tied together. And he's set up some of us morons to talk. I'm a good talker, that's about it. Drive Debbie Sue crazy. But that's what I'm supposed to do. And I tell you, we're supposed to be watching the signs. And when we see the sign, we take our exit. God bless you.